Hello, this is Tyler, Web Applications Developer at Aishi, and today we're going to go over some more advanced topics or features in the STARS benchmarking tool. So we're going to be picking up from where we left off in the basic benchmarking video. So if you haven't seen that video, I'd recommend you go back and give it a quick look. So from where we left off, we have our 5 institutions selected and the 3 data points, and it's producing this benchmark here. And when we talk about advanced features, we're really just talking about functionality that exists in the institutions and reports menu. When it comes to selecting data points, it's just as simple as finding the data point that you want to chart and selecting it. So we're going to navigate into the institutions and reports menu. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the selection tab. And up here in the selection tab, you'll see this 5, 0. And that's just showing that we have 5 institutions selected and 0 groups. But we'll get into that a little bit. So the first thing that we're going to do, just to make this example a bit more clear, is we're going to just remove the University of Colorado Boulder. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to be in the selection tab. We're going to find University of Colorado Boulder. We're going to click this X, and that'll remove it from the benchmark. So if we go back, we see just the 4 institutions that are currently platinum rated. So we'll come back into the reports menu onto the selection tab. And we're at this point where we have 4 universities that share something. So we would like to make what is called a group. And groups allow you to do 2 things. They allow you to first quickly add all of the institutions as individuals into a benchmark without having to go through all of the filtering and finding the institutions over again. Also, they allow you to aggregate those institutions' data into a single row that can appear on the benchmark. So to do that, there is a couple of ways to go about it. You can add them individually per institution. So say we take Stanford University here, and we want to add them to a group. So we can come over here to the right and we see this add to list icon. So we go ahead, give that a click. We have no groups currently, so we just say create a new group. So what just happened is Stanford University was just added to a group of its own. So we can check that by coming to the top to the saved groups tab, and we'll see new group with 1 entity. We expand that panel, you'll see Stanford University. We can go ahead and rename that something like California, because that's where Stanford is. We'll come back to the selection tab. Another way to create a group, say we're in a situation where all of these institutions that are currently selected, we want to add them all to a group. They all share something in common. So instead of adding them individually, we can come to the top of the table and we have this add to list icon again. And this is going to add every single institution to a group. Every single institution that's currently selected to a group. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And we're going to see the California group, but that's not really appropriate right now. We're going to add all to new group. Again, that created a new group and added all of the institutions to it. So here we see California. We can actually just go ahead and delete that because we don't need it. But again, we have new group. We expand the entities panel and we see all of our platinum rated institutions as part of the group. So we can go ahead and rename it to something like Platinum Schools. That seems to be the obvious name. So at this point we've created a group, but we haven't really done anything new to the graph or to the benchmark. Everything is pretty much the same, as you can see. So we can go ahead and remove all of the currently selected institutions, so we just start clean, with a clean slate. By doing that, you can come to the top of the selection table and just click the X and it'll remove all the selections. So you can see we have a fresh benchmark ready to go. So just to show off what can be done with groups. Again, we said that you can add the institutions individually with 1 click, or you can add the aggregate of all of those institutions. So just to display the aggregate, we're going to select Add as Aggregate. We're going to come to the benchmark, and we'll see Platinum Schools is the name of our group, and then it's aggregate group of 4 reports. So it's all of the Platinum institutions scores combined and aggregated. To add them all as individuals, it's pretty obvious. Just select Add as individuals. Come over here. We now see five entities, we like to call them, the 4 platinum rated institutions and the 1 aggregate group. So that is the feature of groups. The last thing we want to go over today is selecting individual reports. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all of our selections and clear our aggregate group. So we're going to come back over to filters, and I'm going to just select a school that I know is good for this example. So I'm going to select Colorado College. Okay, so we're going to come over here and we see Colorado College. They submitted July 2017. Not much interesting going on here. It's just some really basic information. But say I'm an employee of Colorado College and I want to see how we've been doing over time. So we can come over to the selection tab, and we'll see Colorado College. And you'll see here in reports, for Colorado College is listed as latest. So the benchmarking tool by default is going to select the institution's latest report. But we have more data than the latest report. And if you'd like to select a different report for the institution, what you do is you come to the pencil icon that's associated with the institution, select it, and now you see Colorado College actually has 4 reports available to choose from. It's currently displaying this July 2017 report. So if I'd rather show their June of 2015 report, I can select it. Again, come here, it's just 1 report, June of 2015. But what we're looking for is to show all of the reports over time. So we select all of their available reports. We come back to the benchmark, and now we can see Colorado College benchmarked against itself over time. So that's the last quote-unquote advanced feature of the benchmarking tool. We hope it's a pretty simple application for our users to get and visualize STARS data. So thanks for watching.